here we offer an array of lingerie. This is actually a very sexy piece of full-length lingerie. And the several women that I have sold it to wear it with nothing underneath and just very, very high heels. Here I teach women how to be confident and how to search for the right lingerie. It's not always about you. Remember, you dress up for yourself first and foremost, and at the same time, you have to remember that you're dressing up for your man or for your woman. I suggest that you buy lingerie on a private basis, because then it becomes a surprise factor. You pick out something that you feel sexy in and you surprise him with it. And the guys, I suggest that you come in here and buy the lingerie when the ladies are not around. So you bring it home and it's a message that this is the way I like you to look. But all my pieces here are not normal. It's usually very, very sexy. Mm-hmm. And it only depends on how courageous or how bold you're willing to get.
Do you have a bestseller, Eleanor?
We don't have a bestseller per se, but what moves very well are our French maid. We have schoolgirl. For guys who likes to see their women dress up in different roles. Mm-hmm. We also sell a lot of crotchless panties, like right here, because instead of buying a piece of edible undies, which is not advisable, and most people like to buy that because they can connect with it. But this is a crotchless panty, and you could reuse it, wash it, and reuse it again. You don't have to take it out. You just have to spread. Mm-hmm. And buy a bottle of flavored lubricant to go with it, and you can have many nights of fun. An edible undie can be used just once, and by the time it melts, your lover's already bored, waiting for it to melt. He'll take a bite or two out of it, and it goes into the trash can.
Okay. And what is this part over here?
This is actually a myth that I have to try to let people know, that bondage and domination is a very big practice in the country. And most of the Filipino men who are successful seek a powerful dom, a top or a mistress. So that's one of the lectures that I engage in, are for people who want to dabble in bondage and domination, and it doesn't necessarily have to involve pain. It's all about a mind game. And the rule here to remember is that the dom is powerless unless the slave obeys.
Okay. And tell me, what are these? These are toys for?
These are toys for people who are willing to play the slave role, or people who wants to hold a whip. Mm-hmm. A lot of people engage in blindfolds, in ball gags, in handcuffs. When you paralyze each other's senses, your skin comes alive in anticipation of what your partner is going to do to you next. And I do suggest that to engage in this game, you have to be in a very trusting and monogamous relationship. Can you imagine getting yourself tied up and being killed or raped for one reason or another? But if you engage in these kinds of role-playing, you learn how to get out of your own skin. Mm-hmm. And instead of turning to drugs or alcohol, to like get into another level, this is another place where you could find another kind of high.